Part 1. The significance of staying updated in research. A well-written literature review serves as the foundation of a research study, providing context, theoretical background, and justification for the investigation. However, for it to be truly valuable, it must be based on the most recent and relevant studies. Staying updated ensures that researchers work with the latest developments, avoiding outdated perspectives that may no longer be valid. In academia, knowledge evolves rapidly. New discoveries, technological advancements, and revised theories emerge across various disciplines, making it necessary to integrate current research into Chapter 2. Relying solely on older sources may lead to misinterpretation of concepts or missed opportunities to incorporate new methodologies and findings. For instance, in the field of education, teaching strategies and learning theories have significantly changed due to digital technology and artificial intelligence. Recent studies, within the last 5 years, help identify gaps in the literature, unresolved debates, and emerging trends that can justify the significance of the current research. For example, if previous research suggests that traditional classroom instruction is the most effective for technical vocational students, but newer studies highlight the success of blended or online learning, the researcher must incorporate these recent findings to provide a balanced, up-to-date discussion. Moreover, staying updated improves the credibility and relevance of the research. A thesis that references only older sources may be seen as lacking depth, accuracy, or awareness of current academic discussions. Researchers must therefore make a conscious effort to search for, evaluate, and integrate recent studies into their literature review. By ensuring that Chapter 2 includes recent and relevant studies, the researcher demonstrates scholarly rigor, engagement with contemporary academic discourse, and a strong foundation for their research. Part 2. Strategies for finding and accessing recent studies. Finding recent studies requires a strategic approach that goes beyond general internet searches. Many outdated or non-peer-reviewed sources may appear first in a basic Google search, making it essential for researchers to use academic databases, digital libraries, and scholarly journals to access high-quality literature. One effective strategy is to search academic databases, such as Google Scholar, provides access to recent journal articles, conference papers, and books. The filtering option allows users to search for studies published within the last 5 years. Scopus Web of Science offers citation tracking and filters for finding influential recent studies. ERIC Education Resources Information Center, useful for research in education, vocational training, and instructional strategies. PubMed IEEE Explore, best for medical, scientific, and technological research. ResearchGateAcademia.edu, platforms where researchers share recent studies, preprints, and conference papers. Using Boolean search techniques further refines results. A search query like Blended Learning and Technical Vocational Education, 2020 to 2025, helps retrieve only recent studies related to the research topic. Another essential approach is citation tracking, which involves checking reference lists of recent papers to find more up-to-date sources. Using the Cited By feature in Google Scholar to track how newer studies have built upon previous research. Subscribing to academic journal alerts to receive updates on the latest publications in a specific field. Researchers should also engage with academic conferences and professional organizations to stay informed about emerging trends and unpublished studies. Many conferences publish proceedings that contain the latest research findings before they appear in peer-reviewed journals. By adopting these strategic search techniques, researchers can efficiently find and integrate high-quality, recent studies into their literature review, ensuring their work remains current and well-informed. Part 3. Effectively integrating recent studies into the literature review. After gathering recent studies, the next challenge is effectively integrating them into Chapter 2. A literature review should not merely summarize sources but should synthesize findings, identify trends, and highlight research gaps. To ensure a coherent and structured review, researchers should group studies by theme, instead of presenting sources in chronological order, categorize them based on key themes or research questions. For instance, in a study about language learning in TVD schools, themes could include theories of second language acquisition, seminal works, recent research on language learning in vocational education, 2020 to 2025, the role of technology in language instruction, recent findings, challenges in implementing foreign language programs in TVD schools, compare and contrast findings. Discuss how recent studies either support, contradict, or extend previous research. If older research suggested that traditional face-to-face instruction is the most effective for TVET students, but recent studies highlight the benefits of hybrid learning, this contrast should be analyzed. Identify research gaps. Even with recent studies, there may still be unexplored areas that justify the current research. For example, if numerous studies explore Nihongo language learning in universities but few focus on TVET institutions, this gap strengthens the rationale for further study. Researchers should also engage with academic conferences and professional organizations to stay informed about emerging trends and unpublished studies. Many conferences publish proceedings that contain the latest research findings before they appear in peer-reviewed journals. By adopting these strategic search techniques, researchers can efficiently find and integrate high-quality, recent studies into their literature review, ensuring their work remains current and well-informed. Part 3. Effectively integrating recent studies into the literature review. After gathering recent studies, the next challenge is effectively integrating them into Chapter 2. A literature review should not merely summarize sources but should synthesize findings, identify trends, and highlight research gaps. To ensure a coherent and structured review,